you have a dream of being a FaceIt level 10, or maybe you want to get an FPL or even be 3000 elo, I'm going to go through some tips and some mistakes that will help you guys with your mechanics and definitely increase your game sense that will help you get to that level. Or maybe you just want to be a casual FaceIt level 10. These tips will definitely help you, so make sure you guys watch the full video. But before I get into those tips, if you guys want any cool skins like I have in my inventory right here, make sure you guys check out the sponsor of this video, Skins Monkey.
Skins Monkey is a CS2 skins trading site and marketplace that provides an instant way to get new skins. My favorite thing about Skins Monkey is that I can trade skins that I no longer want and trade it for a skin that is equal value. If you use code Louis CS2, you get a $5 bonus on your first trade. If you want to buy skins, you can get a 30% deposit bonus plus an extra 5% using my code. The link is down in the description.
So the first tip that I have for you guys if you want to be a FaceIt level 10 is that you need to learn setups. A very common setup that I'll use as an example right here on the B site is this crossfire from jail, and either you have a player on get right or under window. So when these guys are coming out B, you can literally just have a really good crossfire right here and it'll just shut down anyone rushing out B. What's very important to note is that if you know this as a CT, if you're a B anchor, you might call this setup a lot, but it's very important to know that if you know this setup as a CT, you also know it as a T, and this can help you set up an execution. Let's say you're walking up B apps, but you want to contact B, and all of a sudden you see this guy shift into jail. You obviously have a good idea where the other player is, and that can really help out your game sense. So then when you're walking out B, if you know there is a player here, you can literally just come and just hard clear this. You won't see him, and then you can ask teammates for flashes. Maybe you want to throw them towards mid site, or maybe you want to throw these window flashes that are from right here out the window. That's gonna pretty much just demolish this setup completely, and then you pretty much just win the round. So it's very important that you understand these simple setups. It also goes for a setup like, you know, a little bait and switch or like a contact play where if someone's maybe in con right here, let's say you're the last guy in underpass and you're in a 1v2 clutch, the CTs are set up like this. One guy's right here, and then there's someone waiting to peek off this guy's contact. If you know this, you can, you know, bait this shot if you want to and then swing. There's so many different scenarios of this where a lot of people like to play off contact. So this next tip is very important because in pugs there's a lot of misdirection on T side and there's no leadership at all. So this will definitely help you guys guarantee to get at least 5 rounds, and that is just calling very simple strats. Now an example of a very simple strat that pretty much anyone can follow is, let's say for example, I ask my teammates to drop me an extra smoke and I just say, hey guys, let's throw right side smokes and take CT. You can simply just throw the right side smokes. Maybe you want to flash over palace, your teammates scale out, they're going towards spawn, and then you can just flash deep CT for them, even though you are kind of baiting. But if you do have this directional leadership on your squad, you can also help with a post plan as well if you kind of watch some demos and really understand that. But just calling simple strats can help you win so many rounds. Like for example, again, like, hey guys, let's take cat, maybe let's split B, I'm gonna smoke window, and then I'm gonna go and smoke in connector. You guys can just run up for free, and then you pretty much just have the round. So learning these simple strats are very easy, and one thing you can do to learn, you know, any strat, or maybe even if you want to make your own strats, is just hopping into a server like this and just seeing what you can do with 1 or 2 smokes. Like another one is literally just a B pop, learning the market window smoke, learning, you know, these good flashes where you're just flashing over for apps and just popping your teammates out B. This is very important because there is hardly any direction on a T side in a pug, especially if you're playing Premier as well. Since players aren't that high of a rank, they may not understand the game. So the more that you understand the game, you can help your team get 4 to 5 rounds and really secure those good rounds on your T side of your pugs or your Premier games, even if you're playing matchmaking. And then hopefully on CT side, you guys can just triple up and win the game. Now, this next tip is very important if you're someone that kind of likes to bait, and that is peeking correctly. Now, when I mean peeking, I'm more talking about trading in this sense, because obviously there is ways to peek where if you want to be close to the wall, you know, maybe it shows your shadow, you want to be farther from the wall. There's so many different things that go into this, but I specifically want to talk about trading because a lot of people like to bait, especially if you're watching this video and you're like, man, I can't win, but I know I'm better than my teammates. So this is more tailored towards you. So let's say, for example, that I am going up cat. This is a very common off angle for the CTs to play. Catches a lot of people off guard if you don't know how to clear it correctly. But let's just say my teammate here, the entry fragger, is going to run up cat and he gets caught off guard by this guy right here and instantly dies. Now, it's very important that you're not hugging your teammate when he's running up cat and clearing this. If this guy is here, he's gonna just spray down this first guy, and then if you're you're instantly behind him up on his cheeks, obviously you're gonna get doubled because this guy's just gonna keep on shooting just like this, and it's not going to be an easy trade. So what you want to do is almost kind of bait your teammates. I usually like the rule of having 2 player models in between everyone just to make sure, you know, you can't get doubled very easily. So when this guy swings and dies, let's just say he dies right now, then you swing after in trade, he's going to kill this guy, and in his head, especially in the lower ranks, he's going to think, oh, it's only one guy. Then all of a sudden, boom, he gets traded and he's dead, and then you can just run up cat. So it's very important to understand spacing, but also another thing that we can't talk about too is what we call team play. Team play is where you want to hold a angle for your teammate that he can't cover. If we're in a retake and let's say, you know, hey, obviously we have to go retake the B site. My first guy that runs out here wants to run to this pillar so he can clear these angles just like this, but he doesn't have to worry about this angle because the second guy is going to be holding this swing. So this guy running out door can clear this mid site, he can clear cat, he can clear E-box, and then he can go and clear bench. Now, if there is a player on van pillar and he hears this guy coming out market, he's going to swing to try to kill him. Then all of a sudden, you're going to kill this guy trying to kill your teammate because you're team playing with him. There's so many other ways to also team play on maps where if this guy's walking up towards stairs and jungle clearing the A site, he is going to pretty much just tuck this stairs wall and hold this jungle while the other teammate is coming through clearing, you know, towards under balk. He's going to switch to this angle, and once he switches, that's when you can kind of start to walk up. Team play isn't really used in the lower ranks. It's more of a higher tier thing that you really don't have to calm unless you really need to, and we call it team play, especially in NA. I don't know what you call it in EU. If you are someone that likes to bait, or maybe you need to put direction into your teammates on what they should be holding, it's very important to learn that, and if you watch a lot of pro demos, you'll definitely understand it more. So I thought I would just bring in some new ideas for you guys if you are trying to get to FaceIt level 10, or maybe you're trying to rank up in Premier. I think these tips can definitely help you, and also really help giving direction in your team, because if you are someone that solo queues, you definitely need to really push that leadership up a little bit, because a lot of people don't like to talk, or maybe they lack a little bit of leadership because they just solo queue all day as well and their mental is a wreck. So that's definitely something that you guys need to really improve on and really understand what I'm talking about in this video. And if you have to rewatch it again, go ahead and do it. And thank you guys for watching the video if you made it this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.